Okay, so kind of want to talk about the founding. Like first, it's like, should citizens be allowed to have weapons? The thing is, in the U.S. after the U.S. Revolution, they were all citizens. Here's the thing: you can either have one or two things: citizens rule or a feudalism system. One or the other. Can't have both. Like, if you have the concept that only there should be a certain class that has weapons, only allowed to have weapons, you essentially are a de facto a feudalist society. But these people were not feudalist people. They were all citizens, private citizens. They weren't trying to say only certain people should have it. In fact, they were saying only like we should have all the power, and they're very restrictive to people having additional power. It's like they didn't even want to have federal government because it's like we don't want to have overreaching power. So then who was going to have the power? Was it the state? No, they didn't even want the state either. They was going to be limited too, but they were going to be more controlled. But what point is the citizens had all the arms at the time. Like during that time, all the arms were in the hands of the citizens. It's like, well, what about the military? Military were just organized citizens, and like they had the training. It wasn't like they were ordained to be okay. Only these people can have weapons. No, that's what they were fighting against. The idea that only certain people can decide who should have what. They were fighting against that. That's the concept. That is the mindset. They had thought like the people should have any access they should when they're self-governed. They people were like they were planning a rebellion. They weren't saying, well, let's have another different type of caste system that we can work better with. It's like, no, they're thinking, hey, we're doing all the shit. We're doing every the work. Let's us do it. Let's occupy all the arms. In fact, all the majority arms were kept by the private citizens, which is like saying, well, no, that's a militia. They were only the militia. Like, yeah, the militia is what they called a group of citizens, armed citizens. It's like saying, okay, hey, I'm looking. Hey, do you look at those murder, those murders of crows? It's like, or those murders, or those pods out there in the ocean. Like what pods? All I see is a group of whales. Yeah, or all I see is a group of crows. Yeah, that's what a group of crows are called. A murder. That's what a group of people, private citizens who are armed with their own arms are called. They're called a militia. They're not. It's not militia as a title. Remember, in the Constitution, even there says there are no longer any titles, which means there's no way to say, oh, because I'm an officer, a police officer at CHP, I could have how many arms I want. No, there's no title. Either you're self-governed or you're governed. These people were fed up with being governed. Now they're making plans of being self-governed. It's a big difference.